Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, I'm excited to share a new project, a fully transparent login and registration page built entirely with HTML5 and CSS3 for a static website. No backend, no fancy frameworks, just clean, efficient code that's simple yet effective. I'll walk you through each line, showing how we can create a modern, transparent design that looks great on any device. So, if you're ready to take your static sites up a notch, grab your code editor, and let's get started. Alright, let's walk through the HTML. At the top we have doctype HTML, which just tells the browser we're using HTML5. The HTML lang equals and tag specifies our page language, making it more accessible. In the head section, there's a charset set to at F8, so it handles different characters. The viewport meta tag makes our page responsive on all devices, and the title is set to login for the browser tab. We also link to styles, CS, to keep our HTML and CSS separate and organized. Now in the body, we have a div class equals container around the form to keep everything centered. Our form has an action equals, which would point to a server if we had one, and autocomplete equals off so the browser won't suggest saved entries. Inside, we have a H2 saying login and input fields for username and password, each with labels. Both are required, and the password field uses type equals password to hide what's typed. The submit button simply has type equals submit, labeled login. Below that, there's a message and link for users who don't have an account, which takes them to register, HTML. And that's it, a simple, clear HTML structure for our login page. Alright, here's our register HTML page. We start with doctype HTML to declare HTML5 and HTML lang equals N for language accessibility. In the head, charset equals @fate allows all character types, while viewport makes the page responsive on any screen. The title is set to register for the tab name, and we link to styles, CS for our custom styling. In the body, everything sits in a div class equals container to keep the form centered. The form itself has action equals so it doesn't submit anywhere, and autocomplete equals off to prevent saved inputs from appearing. The H2 says register, clearly telling users what this form is for. Then we have our first label and input for username, with a placeholder hint and required so it can't be skipped. Next we have password, which hides input with type equals password and is also required. Right after that, confirm password gives users a chance to double check their password. Finally, there's a type equals submit button labeled register and a quick P message for users who already have accounts, linking back to the login page. And that's the structure. Simple and effective. Now, let's jump to the CSS and add some style to make this look clean and modern. Starting with margin, 0, padding, 0, box sizing, border box. This clears out default margins and padding, making everything easier to manage, and box sizing, border box helps keep our element sizes consistent. For body, I set a font and added display, flex, along with justify content, center and align items. Center. This centers everything perfectly on the page. Then we've got a full screen background image with background size, cover to keep it nice and clean across any screen size. Inside the container, we're using Flexbox again to keep everything centered in the middle of the viewport. Just helps with alignment. Next, formats that sleek, transparent look with background, Ogba to 55, 255, 255, 0.1. The border radius smooths out the edges, and I've added box shadow for a soft glow. Backdrop filter, blur 10 px gives it that glassy effect, making it look modern and stylish. The H2 heading is centered and spaced out with margin bottom, 1.5 rem to give the form some breathing room. Labels are styled to be simple but readable, using a light gray color. Then, for our inputs, they're full width with width, 100%, rounded, and semi-transparent so they blend with the form style. And when you click on an input, box shadow 008px hashtag 66fcf1 gives it a bright blue glow, guiding the user. The button has a blue background with background color hashtag 66fcf1, rounded corners, and a smooth hover effect that darkens it, making it feel responsive and clickable. And of course, we styled the links to be bold and bright blue. On hover, they underline, giving users clear feedback that these are clickable links. And that's it. This CSS layout keeps everything centered, modern, and easy on the eyes. Next, let's see how it all comes together on the actual page.